Wow. Perfect aim. Impeccable. I'm so good at game. Gameplay well. I. Oh shoot, how do I duck down? Dang it.
Oh, I think I remember this level, part of the level.
I don't remember it being hard, I just remember it being there, and it was Call of Duty, so I wasn't good at it. Alright. Check that out. Nice job, guys. Going strong. Pyru, were you still on the stream? Ah, no, he left.
How do you know people leave? Was there like a... There is a viewer list.
Yes, there is a viewer list. I'm dropping so many frames.
How many of our viewers are awake?
I don't know. Dom, can you send...
I think it's just us.
Might be. Can you send Pyru a thing and tell him he became a mod? Because I don't think he was here when I added him as a mod. Also tell him I completely support the idea of him doing the same stream. Are you PMing him?
Yes, I'm doing that.
Thank you. Oh, jeez, I should not have gone up the stairs that quickly. And then that's 42.
The answer to all life.
Yep.
Step 6. Keep me covered! What I need!
Jake, I think we're almost reaching... Have we reached our halfway point mark yet?
Of the stream?
Yeah.
No, that's 5 minutes.
Ooh.
Halfway point of the stream is in 5 minutes. Although the stream crashed like 10 times, it's okay.
You were awake for 24 hours, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Why don't you shoot? This is the laziest Gary Oldman.
He's getting old, man.
Yeah, he is, but he's Gary Oldman.
He's getting old, man.
He can take it. Because he's already old.
That was a pun, goddammit. Oh, this part was terrible. I hate the smoke.
Pull back! Pull back! Get that boat open now! Almost there! Concentrate your fire!
Can't hear you, honey. Hold on. What's up? And a movie, and then you're done for the weekend? That's what you got during the weekend? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Tossing a frag.
College kids.
Yeah, college is cray.
Keep them off me.
Alright, there's now 5 viewers.
2 of which are us, 1 of which just left the computer on. That's Black Spec. We left with Thomas Reed Grilled Cheese.
I think he's
Get
asleep.
that bolt open.
And then one of which doesn't have an account. Did you PM Pyru?
I did.
Okay.
I sent it to him.
Because
Well-
Jen noted to me that it sounded a little dismissive. I didn't mean to sound that way. I was just like, don't.
Stand your ground.
It's like, just don't. What's the word?
Okay, he heard us.
Yeah, I think he understood what I meant. Just like, don't just throw away your schedule randomly. Like, at least plan it out. But I'm pretty sure people already knew that one.
He's got head on his shoulders.
Yeah, it's true. I'm sure he's very smart.
Or her.
Or her. Could be a her. We never asked gender or whatever. What, Jen? Think about what, really? Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew that I'd be, like, pretty exhausted, but I just, like, knew that I didn't have anything in my schedule, so I didn't need to...
He's got youth and vitality.
Okay.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm gonna give myself a break from homework and go to sleep.
That's a good idea. Good night, honey.
Happy 12 hours.
Thank you. Happy 12 hours.
You did
everybody.
it. Halfway there.
You're gonna eat a little bit? Good plan as well.
What?
So that's a good plan as well.
Jake, as a show of good faith, can you hug Jennifer?
Can I hug Jennifer? She just left. Why?
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go learn how to make coffee real fast, everyone.
Alright.
Enjoy the ambiance of Captain in Arms' voice, where he'll
I'll
give you
I'll
a
try
brief history lesson about America. Now you have to.
Okay, where to begin? Let's pick a random part of American history. I can talk about the 80s drug trade. No, communism, no. War of 1812, no, that's a little overdone. You know what? Let's talk about video game history, specifically American video games history. Let's talk about 2 big rival games from the period of 2003 to 2007. It's about a 4-year period. Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. What a pair of games! This was their World War II eras. This is before any of them went modern. Clearly, we know by now that Call of Duty pretty much won the argument by pretty much staying relevant. It beat Medal of Honor to the punch of going modern and hip and refreshed as a new franchise, pretty much. But from that period of 2003 and 2007, when we had 2 World War II franchises going at it, what was the narrative between those two? What was the difference between those two? Well, aside from gameplay mechanics and graphics and whatnot, I like to think of it as this. Medal of Honor, first released in 1999, the first game. Those series of games are based around, you know, a specific group of individual chosen elite soldiers that do behind-the-scenes stuff. Sabotage usually involve things like stealing V-2 rocket schematics or destroying Tiger tanks, prototypes, or assassinating scientists. Real behind-the-scenes stuff. That way the frontline stuff could go on. And usually it's implied that by the end of these crazy missions, the player character would receive the Medal of Honor. Now, in contrast, Call of Duty, those games are usually set around um, recreating frontline combat, so set pieces, major World War II. I think we all know the level where you play as a Soviet recruit who's a Soviet conscript, really, who's been thrust into the Battle of Stalingrad as you cross the River Volga. Pretty much, it's a we all remember the scene fondly. It's a recreation of Enemy at the Gates. Pretty much the only part of the movie worth watching, which is the first 10 or 15 minutes. Anyway, um, those games are centered around more frontline combat and therefore adheres to the title, well, differently from Medal of Honor, which is adhering to the Call of Duty. Now, between those games, it's ironic where they end up now, because Call of Duty, in its modern warfare state, actually has a very specific narrative based around behind-the-scenes stuff, or not quite frontline combat. At least in Modern Warfare 3, and it was starting to lose it in Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 1 had a little bit of both going on. I think I remember we had the SAS campaign, which was more of the Medal of Honor-esque special ops missions, but you still had the American fighting on the front line, which actually was copied in Modern Warfare 2, so my mistake. Still had the American fighting on the front lines, but in Modern Warfare 3 that all went away. And actually, one of the reasons why I think Modern Warfare 3 kind of fell flat for most people, at least in its campaign, is that, you know, I really like what they did with the characters of Dunn, Ramirez, and pretty much Keith David's character, I forget his name, but in the game. But anyway, they tossed those characters aside in Modern Warfare 2 for, you know, some generic, random special forces team with call signs instead of names. So not only does the audience, you know, get a disconnect from not seeing their characters moving on from the second game, but they also are replaced with literally nameless characters. I don't even think you see their faces. They wear masks the whole time. But yeah, among other things, I'm trying to think back now. Did the game break first person? Because I know in the Black Ops series, first person, it breaks some of that. Trying to think what else. The Black Ops storyline, I like this one, the first Black Ops. The second one, I think it kind of got out there. And I think it was trying to force the issue a little too much. Anyway, like I said before, it was smart of them to cover the entirety of the Cold War, rather than just stick it in Vietnam and just kind of force that issue. But, yeah, anyway, I went on multiple tangents, but yes, the difference between Medal of Honor and Call of Duty. Fun fact, Steven Spielberg was actually, well, actually we're back to the main game, so I'll let Jake come back to us now, but yes, fun fact, Steven Spielberg actually headed development. The Steven Spielberg, I think he headed the story for the very first Medal of Honor in 1999, fresh off the laurels of Saving Private Ryan. Jake, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I just want to see how long you'd go for.
Yeah. I pretty much verbally explained an article I was going to write.
That's awesome. I didn't grab my, right now it's tea. I was gonna make coffee, but I was like, oh, I forgot I have so much tea here.
Is it caffeinated?
Yes, it's caffeinated tea.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this level's just over the top.
This level is over the top.
This game is over the top.
That's all Duty
This series is over the top. Actually, to be perfectly honest, no offense to Activision, but Activision's pretty over the top. In general. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Mason! Man, I can't believe we made it to 518.
We can keep going.
We can keep going.
You gotta donate. Actually, Jake, now that we've reached the halfway point, and we're probably gonna get new viewers, you wanna re-explain what you're doing here?
Yeah, it looks like we have 6 viewers, so there's at least 2 people we don't know. Yeah, basically,
to the hypocritical decadence of our Kutus leaders lays the key to
Sorry,
my
Jake,
brother's
next
best
time.
friend, Eric,
Go ahead.
freedom.
was lost to depression on August 12th. And we set up a walk for him in Chicago, where we're from. And we're like a team for the AFSP Out of the Darkness walks. And so when I realized I would have 24 hours of free time because of Labor Day, I decided to ask his parents if they'd be okay with me doing this. And so I just did it. Told all my friends, and right now we're 51.8% of the way of meeting our goal. And it's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab my tea.
At least when I was here, I know that we hit a peak viewership at around, I believe, it was 21. Or was it 23? I think it was around 23 people watching Expo. That was nice. So this is moderator, Captain in Arms, moderating the chat for, all 2 of you. But, just saying, I live in the Chicagoland area, and I'm thinking about participating in the...
And for the 2 anonymous people, if you want to interact with us, you can just make an account. Join the chat room. We'll talk to you.
Jake, are you going to be part of the walk? Are you actually walking?
Right now I don't know my schedule, but I want to be. Out the window.
I don't know my schedule either.
Yeah, I definitely want to walk, but I don't know. I am a horrible driver.
They're not letting us go without a fight.
You see the way he's reloading? It's ridiculous. I don't think any 2 prisoners are worth this much. And then that's 45. But yeah, 2 people who were watching us earlier just left, so hope you had a good time, guys.
Now we're left to our own devices. This scene is ripped straight out of Terminator.
Pretty much every action movie is ripped off in Call of Duty games. Okay. There's just a lot of tropes after a certain point that even if you come up with something by yourself, never having been affected by something else, you'll inevitably be told that you ripped something off because you did something.
46?
Yep, 46. You did something with motorcycles or Somebody will tell you The Simpsons already did it. Like, it's just... I feel like because we could document our media through television and radio and everything else, like all versions of recording, it's just like... It's almost unavoidable to have some sort of accidental copying.
I remember when we were in high school when we were trying to get our band together called Red on the Genio.
Yeah.
You might be able to find it on iTunes. No, you won't.
Nah, never. We had one really good song called Red on the Genio, and that's it.
It was an eponymous song. Those are the copy songs.
It was like an idea for a song. Jump on the truck.
In any case, what was I trying to say? Yeah, I remember we were in high school and you were saying, you just said to me in an offhand like comment, like, yeah, all the songs have been written. Like, there is nowhere for humanity to go in this art form anymore. Isn't what you essentially said in that comment?
Well, basically, the way I felt was like, oh, hey, what if we do this with a song? Oh, no, then we're ripping off Blink-182. Hey, if we do this, we're ripping off Stereo Pony. Oh, wait, we could totally do this, but then Plum Tree's ripped off. And I was just like, there's nothing we can do.
They're not letting us go without a fight.
That isn't in some way a copy or variation of a song before us. Which is probably mathematically untrue because of all the different like sounds you can just put next to each other and call music. But let's say nice sounding music.
Well, maybe as you expand your horizons in music, maybe you won't feel that way anymore.
I can't hear
If you
you.
ever
The Gatling gun is way too loud. Like, this music right here has parts that might as well just be in Pirates of the Caribbean in it, but that's because it's action music. And then I was in a play called Twelfth Night. For those of you who don't know it, it's a Shakespeare play, and the musical director made music specifically for our version of the show, which was like, nice, I made it. Which was specifically...
Your turn. Come on! Step 8, Reznov! Freedom! For you, Mason! Not for me! Reznov!
Oh, that's sad.
That was the last you saw of Victor Reznov.
Gary Oldman, that was for you.
After your escape, you were assigned to Jason Hudson at the CIA. How could he trust you when he knew that Victor Reznov helped you break out of Vorkuta?
Reznov was my friend. But he didn't make it out.
Victor Reznov was a communist. How did the CIA know you weren't compromised?
They tested me. They knew I wouldn't break. No, I won't break now.
But yeah,
The government wanted
basically, I asked him, you know, did you get any influence from
There were others.
Pirates of the Caribbean? Because we decided to set ours in, like, the Mediterranean region of the world. Taking influences from some Asian cultures, and so it was just, like, kind of like a land that didn't exist. Which I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean kind of does, although you can like tell that it's the Caribbean. It's also kind of a land that doesn't exist. And so the intro music he made, and I've got it on a CD somewhere around here.
cleared for duty in summer to the Pentagon.
Jason Hudson was my man.
The intro music,
No, first of all, I need to ask you, what are we talking about?
it.
we're talking
You have
about,
a viewer.
there's no other music left, you know what I mean? The intro music that he made for the show sounded very much so like Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. And so I asked him about it, and he was like, "No, you know, it's just because you get like action music and the what do you call it? The environment into the sound. It just comes up with that same sort of
Nothing less than our
tonality,
national security is at stake.
and melody,
He has no fear,
and it's almost
Jake,
an escape.
there's a
conscience.
this is a very important cutscene. Just want you to know this
This is
entire
the key
level
to
is a
privilege.
cutscene.
Oh, I didn't pay any attention to
People
this.
who have already met.
When
It's
do I
okay.
kill him?
What
Just
happened?
want you to know if you pull the trigger at the appropriate moment,
We're lucky to have you back, Mason.
you can change American history forever.
Is that what the guy said? Oh, I see
No,
we have
that's
another viewer.
what I'm saying.
Thanks for coming. You're not logged in, so I can't thank you by your username, but I want to say thanks for coming.
VIP.
Easier.
This cutscene. Well, first of all,
watching this.
that is
You're watching me.
Robert S. I think his name's Robert. Shoot, Norman. Defense Secretary McNamara,
Don't trust
the
anyone.
longest-serving
Sometimes even yourself.
defense secretary in the United States history.
To see if we can trust you.
Never ends.
He's a real person, and he was very pivotal in shaping
We were
the
watching
60s
you the
and
whole
so forth.
time.
Originally worked on Ford as a wonder kid, saving that company from a drought in the 50s.
Please tell him we're here.
Sounds like a pretty cool guy in terms of America.
They broke they broke first person, which was very interesting for a
Distinguished
Call of Duty game.
Hearing numbers.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I couldn't get them out of my head.
Ariel.
Good night, Jen. I love you. Sleep well.
He's waiting.
I felt something gnawing at me.
What?
The nerve center. I believe
Let
I'm
you know
correct
if I
in
need
saying
something?
that civilization has been saved more than once.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I'll try not to, though.
I don't know. It felt like I was in a dream. Step 2. Ascend from darkness. Step 3. On fire.
Up.
You were getting
Well,
close to your objective.
see a person who is recently viewing us.
It was working.
It never gets old.
Am I the only person playing Call of Duty Black Ops?
Not yet.
You're the only person. And
I said, am I?
Oh, okay.
No. The top one has 15 viewers. We're at like
This inner sanctum was built in
1, 2, 3,
1953.
4, 5, 6,
We rarely
7,
use it.
8. We're at 9th with 4.
Jake, it's coming
Thank you,
up.
Mr. Secretary.
Coming up.
Good luck, Mason.
Man, dude, I got 21 followers. Is that JFK?
President,
Agent Mason,
Get your gun
Bring it
ready.
on,
Get
Mr.
your
President.
trigger ready.
sit. We are in grave danger from the communists. Our freedom, our very way of life is at risk.
Who's voice acting for him right now? He's doing a pretty good job.
Dragovich.
Did you do it? Did you do it?
Now do what?
It's a small window.
I'm told that you are the very best that we have.
I don't think you can
Anywhere.
actually do that.
You will need to be.
Unless you start pulling the trigger.
Mr. Mason,
No,
take care of it.
you can't do it. It's a cutscene.
You still look around and stuff. Doesn't mean you can't pull the trigger at the appropriate time.
Executive order. Operation Flashpoint. Rip out the heart of their space program. Eradicate their long-range missile project.
Can't believe you would ask me to shoot JFK, your probably favorite president.
Take out the Ascension group. Nazis.
He is one of my favorite